and I really wanted to see what they had to say about Kamala Harris not being endorsed by the Teamsters. But guess who's trending? Conflict of interest. Everybody wants her gone, fired, terminated, replaced. Go to The View, CNN, MSNBC, or ABC, or CBS. You don't have to submit a resume, Jessica. You don't have to submit an application or background check. Come on, we have refreshments and a celebration cake for you in the break room, ma'am. She's trending once again on this take, you know. But you know, you just can't make this stuff up, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. What a time to be alive, man. What a time to be alive. 45 days, man. 45 days. We encourage everybody to register and go out and vote. You know, we are sick and tired, man. Time for a change. Change in leadership. And they're going to continue to wipe Trump through the mud, whether you like it or not. Just be real with you. There might be some more inside jobs. I hate to say it, but just being real with you. There are tons of people waking up that got out there. They put their feelings to the side. They see what's going on, and they're on the Trump train. Never Trumpers, anti-Trumpers. Trump train is rocking and rolling, baby. Even people that voted Democrat their entire lives, lifelong Democrats, packing their bags up and leaving. But hey, this lady can't complete a sentence, can't go off script. Nothing but word salads, word spaghetti. Repeats the exact same thing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and on the weekend. She said the exact same thing. And she even repeated it so well. She had the same facial movements, same lip sync, same everything. She said it exact how she said it on Tuesday and on Wednesday and on Thursday. Man, she's amazing. She did a lot of studying, rehearsing the script. That there will be an opportunity economy. And that my mom saved up monies to buy the house in the middle class. I think it was in the suburbs. Everybody had their lawn cut every Thursday. Everybody grass looked good.
Is Kamala's base crumbling? Harris just took a major hit from one of the key Democratic heavyweights, the unions. Vice President Harris becoming the first Democrat in decades not to get the Teamsters endorsement, with the influential union refusing to back any candidate for president, and here's why. Polling shows nearly 60% of its members support former President Trump. The former president is more than eager to have their support.
Earlier today, I was honored to receive the endorsement of the rank and file membership of the Teamsters. This hasn't happened in so many decades. We won the overwhelming majority of the local chapters and the members, and as a result, the national organization has refused to endorse the Democrat candidate for the first time in many, many decades.
So how will Harris win back the white working class men who are fleeing her campaign in droves? Check out this dopey ad from White Dudes for Harris.
They're actually talking to guys like us. No lectures, no BS. Just real solutions that protect our freedoms and help us take care of the people who matter.
All right, Jessica, Joe Biden is one of the most pro-union presidents that we've ever had. How is it that Kamala has not been able to benefit and that the Teamsters have actually turned from her?
Well, I don't think that's a complete picture of what happened. So obviously it would be better to have gotten the endorsement. And it seems to be a lot about Sean O'Brien, because if you look into how this poll was conducted, so they polled 21,000 members and there are 1.3 million members overall. So that's about 1.5% sample size. And right after Sean O'Brien came out and said, we're not endorsing anyone, and released the results of the polls, all of these individual chapters started endorsing her. The National Black Caucus, Michigan, Western PA, Northern West Virginia, Wisconsin, Northern Nevada, Southern Nevada, Philly, et cetera. She has the auto workers endorsement, the culinary union endorsement, the AFL-CIO.
We're talking about the Teamsters. She didn't get the Teamsters
but
endorsement.
I'm saying that a million
the Teamsters people gave her their endorsement.
No, it's over 1 million people.
For 30 years, the Democrats have given
I wish that she had gotten the endorsement. There is work to do, but you can't in good conscience argue. If I tell you that they polled 21,000 people and then I tell you that
now you're
a million people.
Poll. What about the fact that 60% support Trump and only 38 support her?
When you
lately it's been getting real heated between Judge Janine and Jessica, y'all. These last couple takes, man, Janine has been been throwing them fists, man. I'm telling you. Uppercut too. What you got for me? How you gonna respond now, Jessica? Let me just read. See what they says. Someone says, "Oh, Jessica, please quit making excuses. Not endorsing Kamala speaks volume. Jessica, just accept what we the people are trying to tell you." Jessica knows the union endorsement actually comes from the management of the unions, not to union members. Oh, man. Someone says, as someone who works with the hundreds of Teamsters daily, Trump has more than 60% of Teamsters support. It's nearly in the 80%. Yeah, and we've had a lot of people say that right there. That Trump actually has way higher than a 60%. We've heard that a lot.
Have a sample of 21,000 out of 1.3 million members, and then you get endorsements from 1 million Teamsters after that. Doesn't that indicate that the poll might not be the greatest representation? Again, it's not good to not get it. Sean O'Brien seems to be playing a bit of politics with all of this, but there is heavy union support for her, not just within the Teamsters, but all of those other unions that I just mentioned.
You know, Jesse, the Teamsters had the ability to endorse, given the fact that the majority of the Brotherhood, according to their own numbers, supported Trump. Isn't the union board's job, isn't it, to basically represent the members that they polled and then support Trump?
It is. And they don't like Kamala Harris personally because she doesn't connect with people. And they don't like the policies. They don't like the EV stuff. They don't like the regulations. And so that's that. And it's more significant than she's spinning. And that's okay. I'd spin too if I didn't get that endorsement. But it's significant. And it shows you in the Midwest that they have a huge problem. And these people also are on the ground. They're politicking, they're knocking on doors, they're organizing, and that's not going to be there for Kamala Harris like it would have. I told you a couple days ago that I would tell you when I get nervous about this election. Not there yet, but it's getting closer. And I'm going to be honest with you, it has tightened, Jessica, and that just shows you what an honest broker I am.
Yes.
To acknowledge that the race has tightened.
Mm-hmm.
What a big man you are.
But then I look at this. I look at the last 4 polls in Pennsylvania. Donald Trump is either winning or tied.
Where's New York Times?
I look at the last. I look at the last 4 polls in Georgia. Donald Trump is winning. I look at the last 4 polls in Arizona. Donald Trump is winning. And 3 out of the last 4 in North Carolina. If she loses Pennsylvania, she's going to lose this election. And right now, it's a toss-up. And every time you go into these races, Jessica, Hillary was up 5, Biden was up 9, and it ends being like this close.
Yeah.
So if Trump is going into this election tied or down 1 or 2, he's going to win. And that's what makes you nervous. And not me so much.
Okay. All right, Greg. According to the Teamsters, it's been reported that they had an agreement that if Kamala had a majority of those numbers, that they would have endorsed her, but that they would only endorse Trump if there was what they called universal endorsement or unanimous endorsement.
Yeah, it's unusual. I mean, when do you get 100% endorsement? You know?
Never.
I mean, me on Tinder, but I'm kidding. I'm married. Look, this is about men. You know, this is an amplified version of what's going on in many homes across America. There's a husband or a boyfriend that likes Trump, wants to vote for him, but he can't say it. So the non-endorsement is an endorsement. He just says, I'm just going to, when the wife or the girlfriend and her friends start talking about how mean Donald Trump is, he just goes to the garage and drinks a beer. That's what this is. What is the Teamsters? It's truckers, it's construction workers. These are not soy boys who shave their chest. These are guys, this is Trump's people. I go back to, I've said this before. People have made this about race. It is about gender. Men don't want to be in a place where they aren't wanted. And that's the Democrat Party, where their leaders cannot define a woman and redefine men as Tim Waltz, which is hilarious. These are mostly dudes. They're tough. They're protective. They're sensible believers in self-defense for their family, for their friends, for their property. And all of these traits, because of the infiltration of the woke, have been branded as toxic. The Dems have forgotten that the evolutionary traits of men is to protect the things they love, which include women. And the woke agenda has undermined that. I mean, look at the attack on women's sports. Look at the attacks on police and bail, which, protect women. The recidivism of repeat offenders. That's due to the Democrats. Going after parental rights. These are things that men hate because in their genes, in their blood, they want to protect. And the Democrat Party is saying, if you want to protect, there's something wrong with you.
I do just disagree with one thing you said.
Yes.
Some real men do shave their chest. Sometimes.
Swimmers?
Real men,
Jesse.
not all over their chest, but just sometimes
where
where their
you need
hair
it.
gathers.
Yeah.
Right.
Leah Thomas.
A real man.
Dana, swing states have very often, like specifically Michigan, Nevada, Pennsylvania, have very often relied on the work of the unions to support candidates. And I know as a candidate, especially with the Teamsters, they come out and they put up the signs, they build the stages, these are real workers. Mm-hmm. The non-endorsement, it seems, will hurt Kamala more in the swing states.
Yes, possibly, but also maybe help Trump in places like Georgia, North Carolina, because a lot of those businesses decided to leave the blue states and go to more red states where they would have more favorable conditions, like, for example, their right to work states where other places are not. Also, I think the media tends to view unions as a monolith. So, for example, like Planned Parenthood and the Sierra Club, they have always been organs of the Democrat Party. And we are in the middle of a political realignment, and it continues, which is why Jessica can have the numbers that she has. True. And then you could also have the numbers of all the other teams who are saying, yeah, I'm not for that. They listen to Brad Paisley's I'm Still a Guy and think, yeah, that's me. That's what I'm going for. You mentioned self-defense, and I think there's something we haven't mentioned in this show yet, but it's getting a little bit more attention right now. And that is Kamala Harris's position on guns and gun buybacks, or also even a clip from 2007. Now, that's going back a ways. I get it. But in which she talks about going into a home and taking your gun. So how many, if you do the crossover, how many people in the Teamsters are also gun owners who also might not be registered to vote? So Joey Jones this morning on America's Newsroom had an incredible statistic of how many gun owners are not registered to vote.
Yes.
And I thought that was so interesting because because the race is so tight, you got to figure out a way to get all of those people out. And there's different motivations that are pushing people to vote. But I do think that the rank and file of the unions has always been slightly different. My last point is that AOC yesterday says, but every time they call and they need help, who helps them? The Democrats helps them. But I don't think it's as much about jobs anymore, even though they've seen their jobs go away because of the electric vehicle mandate, which has been a total flop. But it's also cultural. And I think that's what she's missing. It's about all the things about they want their family, want the self-defense. They want to be able to make sure that their kids are going to schools. They want to have the school choice. They want to make sure that their girls are not going to have to compete against guys when they go for the volleyball scholarship at the university. All of those things are happening at the same time in the middle of this political realignment. It's not just about the jobs anymore.
What about the pensions,
yeah,
though,
very
which
good.
Biden got for them? 350,000 Teamsters got their pensions.
They are so ungrateful.
Yep, it is
You
what
said
it
it, not
is.
me.
All right.
Click here.
Oh boy. Well, at least they give off good vibes, man. Good laughs over there on Fox, man. But politics is a dirty game, baby. Politics is a dirty game, and it got to be too big to rig. 45 days, man. 45 days. This thing's getting interesting. Big things are hitting the fan, and it's We're at the end of September, and I hope y'all are ready for October. Prayers for October. Prayers for the end of September. Prayers for October. Prayers for Trump and his family. Prayers for you guys and your family. We don't know what to expect next, but be ready for it. More things are going to hit the fan before November 5th. I love y'all. God bless you all and your families, and I will catch you beautiful people in the next one. Peace and love, y'all.